My name is John. I'm 7 years old. I live in a small town with my mom, dad, and my little sister Lisa. We have a pet dog named Max. Max is very funny! He likes to run and play outside with me. He has a soft brown coat and floppy ears. Max makes us happy. At home, we do many things together. In the morning, I wake up and get ready for school. My mom helps me brush my teeth and get dressed. After breakfast, we all say goodbye. Mom kisses me, and my dad gives me a hug. They remind me to be good and listen to my teacher. When I get to school, I see my friends waiting outside. We play on the swings and talk about what we did over the weekend. Sometimes we share snacks like cookies or fruits. My teacher, Mrs. Green, smiles at us when we come in. She helps us with our lessons and always explains things in a kind way. Our classroom has many things to see. There are books on shelves, pictures on the walls, and desks where we sit. Each desk has a notebook and crayons. We use them to draw pictures and write stories. My favorite subject is art because we can use colors to make beautiful pictures. At lunchtime, we sit in the cafeteria. There are big tables with chairs and the windows let in sunlight. I have a lunchbox with sandwiches and a juice box. Some days we have pizza day and everyone loves pizza. We talk about our favorite foods and share stories while we eat. After lunch, we go back to class. We do math, science, and reading. In math, we learn numbers and how to add them. In science, we talk about animals and plants. We learn about how they grow and where they live. In reading, we read books about adventures and funny stories. At the end of the day, we pack up our things. My backpack gets heavier with books and papers. I wave goodbye to my friends and thank my teacher for a good day. On my way home, I think about what I learned and how much fun I had. When I get home, Max jumps up to greet me. He wags his tail and runs around excitedly. We play fetch in the backyard, and Max always brings the ball back. After dinner, my family sits together and watches TV. We watch cartoons and sometimes sing songs. Before bed, my mom reads a story to Lisa and me. It is about a brave knight who saves a princess. The story takes us to faraway lands and magical castles. I love these bedtime stories because they make me feel happy and sleepy. John paused for a moment to catch his breath. The words came easily now, and he felt confident as he continued. Tomorrow I will learn more at school. Each day is a chance to explore and grow. I am excited for new adventures. John woke up early. The sun was shining through the window. He stretched and yawned. Max was already awake. He wagged his tail happily. Good morning, Max, John said with a smile. Max ran around in circles. He loved playing in the morning. After breakfast, John put on his school clothes. His mom helped him brush his teeth. Lisa was still eating her breakfast. She smiled at John. Bye, John, Lisa said happily. Bye, Lisa, John waved. John's dad took him to school. They walked hand in hand. John saw his friends at the school gate. Hi, John, said Lily. Lily! John smiled. John's teacher, Mrs. Green, greeted them at the door. Good morning, everyone, she said. John sat at his desk. His crayons and notebook were ready. Today's lesson was art. Mrs. Green showed a picture of a cat. Can you draw a cat? She asked. John picked his crayons. He drew a yellow cat with big eyes. It looked happy. Next, they had reading. Mrs. Green read a story about a bird. The bird flew high in the sky. In math, they practiced numbers. John solved easy problems. He counted blocks and wrote numbers. At recess, John played with his friends. They ran and laughed. Max ran too. He chased a ball. After recess, they did science. They talked about plants. John drew a green tree. At lunch, John ate his sandwich. His friend Sam shared an apple. They talked about their pets. After school, John helped Lisa with her homework. She needed help with letters. In the evening, John and Max went for a walk. Max sniffed flowers. John laughed. At home, John read a book. It was about a dragon. The dragon flew in the sky. Before bed, John listened to a story. His mom read about a turtle. The turtle slowly walked home. John woke up early the next morning. The birds were singing outside. Max was already sitting by his bed. Good morning, Max, John said with a big smile. Max wagged his tail. After breakfast, John got ready for school. His mom helped him pack his lunchbox. Lisa was playing with her toys. Have a good day, John, Lisa said happily. John's dad drove him to school. They talked about the weather. It's sunny today, John said. Yes, it is, his dad replied. When John arrived at school, his friends were waiting. Good morning, John, said Ben. Good morning, John waved. Mrs. Green greeted them at the door. "Hello, everyone," she said. John sat at his desk. His notebook was open. Today, they were learning about nature. First, they read a story about a butterfly. The butterfly flew from flower to flower. Then, they had science. They talked about animals. John drew a picture of a bird. In math, they learned about shapes. John cut out circles and squares. At recess, John played tag with his friends. Max ran around the playground. He loved chasing the kids. After recess, they did writing. John wrote a short story. It was about a knight who saved a princess. At lunch, John ate his favorite meal, spaghetti. His friend Maya shared a cookie. After school, John helped Lisa with her letters. She was learning to write her name. In the evening, John and Max went for a walk. The sun was setting. The sky was orange and pink. At home, John read a book. It was about a spaceship. The spaceship flew to the moon. Before bed, John listened to a story. His mom read about a fox. The fox ran through the forest.